What's up guys, it's Autogera. Welcome to the channel. Hope you've been having a good day. So today we're going to talk about what it's been like to own a 2019 Camry XSE for 6 months and over 10,000 miles. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and talk about the outside of it. I still really like this car. However, there's a couple things that kind of bother me about it. If you get the white paint, just know that you're always going to have a dirty car. It's really hard to keep this car clean, although when it is clean, this white metallic paint called Windshield Pearl looks mint. It looks freaking mint. I do like the 19-inch alloy wheels. Those are really nice, but the brakes do create a lot of brake dust. So be sure to be aware of that. There's a lot of brake dust that this car does create. And sometimes the side of it reminds me of an older Acura TL. I don't know why. That's just me. That's just something that I noticed. All right, so moving over to the performance side of things, this one does have the 4-cylinder, which is one of Toyota's newest engines. And then I also slapped Weaponar's cold air intake on this bad boy, which has kind of brought some life to the car. If you want to get this intake, link is in the description down below. But let's get to talking about the car itself. So performance wise, if you're looking for something that's going to be fast, that's not it. That is not it. The car is pretty good when it comes around turns. If you want to go on back roads and carve up turns or whatever, the car is great for that. But when it comes to being quick, when it comes to straight line performance, you know, passing people, you name it, that's not the car. This is not the car. This is really just a perfect daily driver, and the aftermarket hasn't really caught up enough to where you can make this car fast and fun. And on top of that, Toyota does offer the V6, but I don't think it's worth it to spend 40 grand on a Toyota Camry. I don't know. I just don't see it being worth it to spend that much money on a Camry. So that's my opinion on that. But other than that, the car is great when it comes to gas. It is great when it comes to gas. I've driven this thing to Ocean City and back, which is like over 100 plus miles, maybe like 120, 150. And it's done that there and back in half a tank, easy. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the motor and the transmission. So as I said before, this is a 4-cylinder and it has an 8-speed automatic. But I am starting to notice why people don't like this transmission, and it's for really good reasons. For starters, when this car is an automatic, you'll hit the gas and it has a delay before it gives you all the power, and it gives you all of it at once. So you really kind of have to prepare yourself when you're gonna, you know, punch it basically. And on top of that, this transmission seems to still do its own thing when you put it in manual mode. What I mean by that is you'll go ahead and upshift, and it takes about 1 to 2 seconds sometimes. Sometimes it gives it to you right away. Sometimes there's a delay of like 1 to 2 seconds, which really sucks. And then on top of that, you could just be cruising, and then the RPMs kind of go down like it just upshifted, even though you're in manual mode, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And I don't know how I don't know why it does that. So next, let's talk about the interior of the car again. I still really like the interior. I do love the fact that Toyota has a red leather interior option. It's still one of the best things to me about this interior. Other than that, I can't really say much about it. Really comfortable car to be in. There's not much I can say about the interior. It's not a bad interior. Everything feels nice. Everything feels comfortable. Everything fits. Everything feels like it fits where it should. Although the plastic bits, I am starting to see a couple of things get a little loose. Like right here, there's this little bezel, and I can kind of push that in. Whereas with this side, there's really no giving it at all. One little thing that I have noticed about the car is it'll actually warn you when the weather is cold enough for there to be icy roads. I thought that was kind of cool. If it's anywhere below 37 degrees, the car will actually alert you that the roads might be icy. But just be aware, sometimes it'll do it when you're driving, and it might scare you. It might actually scare you. It's done it to me a couple of times already, and it's made me a little nervous about what's going on the road, because the car, you know, warns you about most hazards on the road. And if it's telling you, you know, in the middle of you driving that there's something going on, you're gonna think, oh shit. So all in all guys, the Camry is a great daily driver, although I think the car would have benefited if Toyota put a turbocharger for the 4-cylinder option at the very least. I think it would have brought a lot more life to the car, but they decided to go naturally aspirated, 206 horsepower, I think 185 pound-feet of torque. It's kind of punchy for a 4-cylinder without a turbo, so I'll give him that much. All right guys, so that's all for today's video. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more of my videos. Again, there's going to be a couple on the screen, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.